You are now listening to the Highly Evolved Podcast. You can find this channel on Twitter, Gab.ai, BitChute, and Minds.com. This is a Real American Patriot channel for Real American Patriots. If you're not a Real American Patriot, please exit the channel. Furthermore, we are not sponsored by any outside interference. That means we're unscripted, unrehearsed, and unedited. With that being said, transmission will commence momentarily.
How you guys doing, first of all? My name is Stefan. This is the HighlyEvolvedPodcast. Podcast. You can find me at Minds.com, BitChute, Twitter, Gab.com, and most importantly, like, share, subscribe on YouTube. On this episode, I just want to get on and talk about what's going on in the past 2 days. If you weren't aware, if you were sleeping on the rock, we have the Democratic debate, the first round and second round, all right? And it's just proven how disconnected these Democrats are with the American public, right? These Democrats, the first round, right? It was a lot of foolishness, all right? It was a lot of ridiculousness. The first round, one major question that they asked was, who's willing to, to allow open borders? And everybody raised their hand or something like that. And it was like pandering to the max, right? It was Cory Booker, Elizabeth Warren, who else? I think Delaney or something like that. Beto O'Rourke. Who else? Out of my head. All right, a bunch of unknown figures. All right. Buttigieg. Who else? It's a bunch of clowns, right? And then the second half, there was another bunch of clowns. There was Biden, Bernie Sanders, Kamala Harris. All right. All those nonsense, right? But it's just to show you that these people, on the first round, and one word to describe that whole night was pandering to the mass, because all of a sudden everybody's speaking in Spanish. We're like, this is American debate for American. Why are you speaking Spanish, right? So it's clearly they have an agenda. Clearly, you know who's their target audience is, all right? Hispanic voters. That's their new voting bloc. That's their target. All right. If you're Hispanic, all right, you gotta have some kind of common sense that they try to buy your vote, try to patter to you, all right. And it shows you if you fall for this stuff, you basically you have no brain to think for yourself. All right. It's obviously to try to buy your votes, and if you can't read that, I'm sorry, but you shouldn't be voting. All right. You're supposed to be voting at a informed voter. If you're not informed what they try to do to you right now, you shouldn't be voting at all. And they're trying to appease the Hispanic voters. All right, that's what they are. They're not American no more. The Democratic Party are un-Americans. That's not the voting blocks. They're not trying to help Americans. All right, they're not trying to protect American rights. Try to take your rights away. Try to kill babies. All right. Try to change the demographic. That's within the first night alone, right? And the second night, wow, it's even a bigger circus, right? A bigger circus than what it was, right? It was Kamala Harris, Joe Biden. They tried to distort Joe Biden right now, right? That night, everybody was attacking him from Eric Swalwell to Kamala Harris. Bernie Sanders didn't do so well that night, right? Because I think that you can see the contrast between 2016 debates with Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton, and with the other debate, right, with other candidate right now, right? Because in 2016, when you see the difference between 2016 and today is that Bernie Sanders didn't have much people to debate with. He only had 3 opponents or 2 opponents, Hillary and Maloney, or whatever his guy is, right? So, of course, he sounded better than Hillary, because Hillary was a terrible candidate. That's why he sounded better. Right now, fast forward to today, he has more opponents. So, it's not easier for him right now, because he had to stand against multiple candidates as well. So, that night was a totally bad night for Bernie Sanders. He was struggling trying to answer questions. He was struggling trying to convince people of Medicare for all, and try to elude the fact that it'll raise taxes, right? He's trying to say, yes, it'll raise your taxes, but everybody could afford healthcare. How can you afford healthcare and raise taxes, right? If poor people can't afford healthcare, what makes you think they can afford higher taxes? It doesn't make any sense. So he basically came out clean and said that it will raise your taxes. That's it. And then Kamala She was named after a WWF wrestler, if you guys aren't aware, right? Kamala back in the 80s or early 90s. But anyway, she was taking Joe Biden to try to make all this false equivalency that she was riding the bus during when she was a kid. First of all, Kamala Harris, you went to school in Canada, all right? So how can you say you grew up in America when you never grew up in America? She grew up in Canada, then she didn't came back to America until she was in her college year, then came back over here. So she was a lie. She's a false candidate. Joe Biden was struggling to answer any questions. Right? He was mumbling. The part that stood out a lot was when he tried to defend himself from Kamala Harris about busing kids. And next thing you know, he just shut and his rebuttal abruptly. Oh, my time is up. That's what he did. He said, "Oh, my time is up." Like, that's weak. Shows weak. Look, everybody in the candidacy took their time. If even more took more time and don't even stop, he just automatically stopped. How weak is that? That is very weak. And this guy is he's losing that. He's not a great debater. Joe Biden, he's an awful debater. Right? So, with Bernie Sanders. Kamala Harris thinks she's God, not knowing that all her answer was bad answers. Right? She looked like a bickering woman. That's what she is. I don't think anybody, if you fought for Kamala Harris, some people say Kamala Harris is good. No, I don't think so. Kamala Harris didn't do so well. None of the candidates did any well, right? None of them didn't do so well, all right? They grilled, and what's his name? Andrew Yang, give him one question, 2 minutes out of the whole time. It was ridiculous, right? Try to make him defend UBI, Universal Basic Income. He couldn't barely defend that. He had to reiterate the question, re-ask the question. What'd you say? Because he couldn't hear him or something like that. And then he came out of nowhere saying his mic was turned off. Like, you should have known better. That's what Democrats do best. They rig their own people. That's a model of the Democratic Party, rigging their own people. All right? You should know better. You should have just run as an independent like Howard Schultz, the Starbucks founder. Going back to round one, everybody would start speaking Spanish. Beto O'Rourke, Robert Francis O'Rourke, Bobby O'Rourke try to speak Spanish, sound like something made up or something. And then Cory Booker countered with that, his own version of Spanish, which doesn't sound like Spanish. It sounded like he learned it on the fly that one night before the debate, right? And Julian Castro was forced to speak Spanish because you know him, right? Try to say that one thing that that was really outstanding during that debate was try to say that trans women deserve abortion. All right, if they're trans women, which they used to be biological women, that was the argument. How are they have abortion? Because biological men can't have babies. How's that possible? All right, they push this narrative of what's reproductive justice. What the heck is that supposed to mean? Right, reproductive justice. So so it's only geared to one group of people. It's very vague. All the answers was very vague. Similar questions. Similar answers. Right. The most of the answer was we must stop Trump. All right. That's all of them have something in common. Is that point, that talking point. All right. Anyway, in the first night they said Tulsi Gabbard won, right? Because Tulsi Gabbard, quote unquote, was supposed to be the anti-war establishment. She's not anti-war. All right. Tulsi Gabbard is a one-sided candidate. She's like any other of these candidates. She's for bankrupting the nation with universal health care, right? She's not. Everybody say that she did the best, right? The internet, like, no, Tulsi Gabbard is not a good candidate. She's a sheep in wolf. She's a wolf in sheep's clothing. That's it. Right? She's a one-sided candidate. When you look at her domestic policy, it's all bad policies. Right? She's really a warmonger. Not the people know this, that she's a member of Council on Foreign Relations, which is a warmongering organization. All right? So you want to say she's for anti-war, but she's a member of the Council on Foreign Relations. All right? Don't be fooled by Tulsi Gabbard. She's as bad as all these other candidates. All right? I hate all these people, all these libertarians say, oh, I like Tulsi Gabbard. People shouldn't Tulsi Gabbard. I was like, have you looked at her platform? Have you looked at her history? All right? Her husband is a cinematographer within the Hollywood industry. All right? Abraham, some of his name is, whatever his name is. So she know him from Hollywood. All right? This woman is a polished turd. Tulsi Gabbard, that's what she is. Don't be fooled by her. All right? She's an awful candidate. She will backstab the country. All right? She wants to say she's anti-war. She's not for anti-war. She's for anti-war doesn't serve her interests. That's what she is. She's a typical Democrat. All right. If she's want to be a different Democrat, why couldn't she just run out as independent? All right. She wanted to distance herself. No, she's a Democrat. She will always be a Democrat. All right. Don't be fooled by it. None of these Democrats are good candidates. Trump will demolish all of them. All right. There's another woman out there that said, I think I never heard of her, but her name is Marianne Williamson. Right? She's an author. I don't know that much about her, but she came up with the craziest answer. But one thing that she pointed out that everybody didn't point out is the idea of healthcare, that people should be focused on the root causes, which is personal responsibility. That's what I take it, right? When it comes to healthcare, it's basically personal responsibility, what kind of chemical we put in our body, right? How we handle our body, right? The nutritions, right? All these available that she was focused on with everybody, and she was talking about the chemical industry, and all of a sudden, people they had to cut the commercial breaks, shorten her answer quick, right? Because you don't want to offend a sponsor, right? These GMO sponsors. She was talking about it. That's why NBC cut out so abruptly. So I just want to give you my thoughts on this Democratic debate. It's really awful. It's a clown show, big time. All right, it's not worth. You might as well watch a highlight. That's it. It's not worth watching the whole debate. It's all the same talking points, same ideology. Trump's orange man bad. Orange man bad. That's what it is, right? Orange man bad. Open borders. Universal health care. That's basically it. There's no solutions. All right. There's no solutions to any problems. They is distract the answer, distract and divert the questions. That's what it is. They never answer that much question. You have to pull so many levers just to get them to reply to that answer, give a straight answer for them. All right, and then not only that, they have to they like to use anecdotal evidence. I mean, not anecdotal evidence. Personal anecdotes like stories to pull on people's heartstrings, to make them sympathetic for you. That's what they do, right? Try to be persuasive. All right? Pull on your heartstring. These Democrats are not worthy of our votes, guys. They're your enemies at heart. These Democrats. Pete Buttigieg came out of nowhere, tried to attack Christianity. Tried to say, I don't think God would approve of Lucky in the Cage. You know what? I don't think God approve of your sexuality, all right? All right, who do you just tell what Christian what to do, right? That don't make any sense. This comes from a flaming liberal, right? And tell Christian what's right, what's wrong. Well, first of all, you're not in a position to tell Christian what to do at all. He's a godless person. All right? But that's Pete Buttplug for him, Pete Buttigieg. But the Democrats have lost it. This is a joke of a debate. All right? They threw Joe Biden under the bus. They threw him on the bus. They tried to attack him. Right? Eric Swallow tried to say that of Joe Biden, you need to pass the torch, and Joe Biden said, "I'm still holding on to the torch." So it's a bad night. It's a bad night, for my opinion. What I want to say is a bad night for Joe Biden. It's a bad night for Bernie Sanders. It's a bad night for Beto O'Rourke. It's a bad night for Cory Booker. All right. It's a decent night for the people that don't talk. That's basically people. Let's say this. I don't want to give any credit to anybody that don't deserve it. Right. So I'm not gonna give any credit to none of these Democratic candidates. Right. So I just want to say this. But the people that benefit the most is the people who talk the least. Right. That's basically it. The people who endured the most damage are the people that talk the most. Right. So all the top candidates who talk the most, they endured the most damage. Are the people that didn't talk that talk the least, they benefit the most because people don't really get a sense of what they are, so people actually Google. That's why I think, right? That's why they say, oh, Tulsi Gabbard won the internet search. Yeah, she won the internet search because she wasn't presented enough time to talk about it, and people were curious. I think it's based on curiosity. That's why her name was looked up. Same for Andrew Yang. He went up 2 points, 2%, right? But it's not because it was supportive. It's because of curiosity. They didn't get a chance to describe the thing. That's why people looked them up. Right? It doesn't say anything about they get more votes or anything like that. All right? That's why I think. But let me know you agree. Leave a comment below how the Democratic debate went. Do you like them? Do you think they're a lost cause? Let me know you agree. Because what I'm saying, YouTube don't want to monetize my channel because I'm not monetized. I'm unscripted and unedited. Because of that, I'm not taking any contribution and donations, because the point of the channel is to get people to think for themselves, right? If you like my channel, please like, share, subscribe, because we like, share, subscribe. You encourage me to make more videos. When I'm encouraged to make more videos, I saturate YouTube algorithm. When I saturate YouTube algorithm, it'll make my video more expansive to a broader audience, and that might get them to think for themselves. And I know, guys, I thank you for listening to HighlyEvolvedPodcast. My name is Stefan, and I'm signing out. Peace.